All right, so we have Pauline in with us, and she wrote this book, Pauline's Bajan Adventures. She came here a few years ago to do a 1-year course at the Barbados Community College and hasn't left for 3 years. And now she has a book of her adventures, all the things that she's done. So the thing I love about your book is you've included just about everything. So you've had a little taste of Barbadian culture from every aspect. You even went to church.
Yes, churches, because I realized that there are a lot of churches here, and I personally knew and still know nothing about religion, to be honest. So I wanted to know and learn. I wanted to know from different ones, and I went to different ones, and I'm still confused.
All right,
Yes.
so now you've talked about Barbados extensively in the book, but what we'd like to hear about is your culture, about what happens in France. So let's break it down in terms of the differences in France as opposed to what you saw here in Barbados. So let's start with the food.
The food in France is better. The food in France is different because I think we like ingredients alone without a lot of sauce and a lot of butter and frying and gravy and
So that was the difference for you,
yes.
the method and the types of foods.
Yes, like we would do a steak with just salt.
Okay, with just salt.
Yeah.
All right, in terms of religion.
As I said, I come from a very non-religious family, so I knew nothing. I can't talk for France. I don't really know what they do in France. I know that I do nothing in terms of church and religion.
So you came here, you went to a
couldn't-
few churches.
Yes.
About in the region of 10 or so.
You mean?
And you said you went to different churches,
I
so
went
you,
to
you ended up
four.
a little more confused than you are now that you've
Yes.
gone to all of them.
Yes.
Will you go to church when you go back home, or you're back to the non-religious thing?
Maybe now I can and will try to listen to the people who come and knock at my door and say that I know a little bit more and I can tell them about Barbados also.
Yeah, when you're talking about religion.
Yeah.
All right, so we talked about the food, we talked a little bit about religion. What about the partying? Because I know there's a part in the book where you talk about, you said, I learned 2 new words today, scabicle and
Bashment.
And they're supporting pictures. I'm not going to get into that part. You have to read the book for that. But about the dancing, that intrigued you a lot too.
I wouldn't say intrigued, I would say traumatized because I did not see that as a dance. It was in nightclubs, so of course it was a dance, but to me it was not. It was shocking.
To say the least.
Yes.
I can see the look on your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sticked around for 3 years.
Yes. I'm still shocked sometimes. I was shocked, to be honest, two nights ago again.
Yeah?
Yes.
Let me tell you, pretty interesting book. All right, so what do you look forward to most in going back home? What do you miss most about home?
The family.
Family.
Yeah.
What's your family like?
That's my family like. My family, I would say, they're hippies.
Hippies?
Yes.
You're in trouble to start. Yeah, so you're going back home to a life of graphic designing.
And
Yeah.
maybe writing.
So tell me about the foods that you missed most from home, or what did you like eating most before you came to Barbados and happened upon breadfruit cuckoo and macaroni pie and lots of gravy and chicken every day?
Yes. My grandparents are from Italy, so my grandmother cooks Italian food. It's not French, but I love it. So this is what I miss the most, my grandmother's food, Italian food.
All right, what do you think you will miss most about Barbados? Because you told me, in spite of how the experiences will sound to the average person, you said generally you had a great time.
Yes, and something that I complained about here is I think the thing I'll miss the most is that we know everybody here. Even after 3 years, if I go somewhere, I will see someone I know. and I'll say hi and I will talk, chat for 5 minutes, and then go somewhere, even a gas station, see someone I know, and I find it very friendly. You're never really alone, and even if you're having a bad day, you see someone you like, and then they smile at you, and it's more human, I find, than Paris, where you can't see any friends randomly in the street. It's too big, so I will miss that.
All right, excellent. You came here, no English, and here you are speaking with me. So, you're now fluent going back home. What was the experience like outside of all the other things we talked about, generally the school experience here in Barbados?
I really liked the program they have, the English as a Foreign Language program, EFL, because it was intensive, intensive courses. So they had different aspects of the language, even the pronunciation and the listening that we don't have in French. In French, we do only writing. So I think I could write English, but I couldn't understand nor speak. And I learned that here, so I really liked that about the BCC program.
You also talked about the program doing very specific things. So in the book, you talked about trying to find somewhere closer to community college to live
Yes.
because you were having quite a task navigating in the buses and so on. So you said the day after you kind of found somewhere else is the day they taught, finding somewhere to rent.
Yes. With my bad English, I had to call people, Bajans, who didn't expect some French people to call. So on the phone, they were not very, they were speaking Bajan, I think, so I understood nothing, but I still managed to find places to visit and ask questions about the facilities.
How did you accomplish that in the first 2 weeks you were here? No English?
I was
just
swimming
words.
In the world and missing a lot of things and realizing a lot of things the day after, usually. Yeah.
All right, in spite of all the stories in the book, is there a most memorable experience of all time for you from here in Barbados? I hope it's pleasurable, man.
Yes, actually being on TV is really not something I expected. I came to learn English, and then now people are calling me to come to a TV show. Okay, so I am very happy and proud about that.
So I guess, by now you're an honorary Bajan. You've been here for 3 years, so you know Barbados in and out. Based on what you say in the book, you pretty much have been everywhere. You listed the places by name. So, and you have to be a Barbadian if you can say that you love bread fruit cuckoo. Yeah?
Yeah.
The only thing missing is learning to cook, I would imagine. So what did people try to teach you to cook?
Macaroni pie.
Macaroni pie? Yeah, those were community college students, right?
No.
All right, so you can find the book at the bookstores. It is very interesting and amusing, to say the least. And it's called Paulines Bajan Adventures. You leave to go back home in about a week or so.
Yes.
So I wish you all the best on your continued adventures. You should definitely pick up the book. And Pauline is going to be at Citrus tonight at the Lime Bar. It's always a great time to be had. Usually what they do is read excerpts from the book, and you have an opportunity to get your book signed and stuff like that, meet up with the author and so on. So see you at Citrus at Lime Bar tonight. And we have to give a big shout out to our friends at the Book Source as well.